Hi, this is Bob Kay from Biker Pros. We're here in Milwaukee at the Harley-Davidson Museum 2012 Custom Bike Show weekend. We have two custom bike shows going on this weekend in the middle of all the other kickoff events for the 110th anniversary. Right now we're at the AMD qualifier show for the World Championship. This is a two-day professional show where the qualifier gets a chance to become part of Team USA and compete in the World Championship in Germany. And on Sunday we have the Museum Traditional Ride-In Bike Show with registration from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the award ceremony at 4 on Sunday. I have with me Edge from the Smoke Out and the Long Ride, and Edge and I were talking the other day about garage builders and how things have changed and cultivating new builders, and really the custom bike industry really is alive and well, and there's more variation and diversity now than there ever has been, which is a good thing. So we've been around Edge for a day or so here in Milwaukee, and let's start off with the kickoff last night with the Burnouts and Willie and Bill Davidson. I was pretty impressed. What did you think of that?
I was absolutely impressed. Harley always has a way to take that party to the next level, and it was fun. And they had this little camera on a helicopter with about 5 blades I had never seen before. It was cool.
So we also had a pretty good crowd. My understanding is they finally had to close down access on Canal Street. We had over 3,000 bikes here. After the opening ceremonies, we went to grab something to eat, and there was still bikes coming in. So Harley has that great attraction it's always had. Today we officially opened up the AMD show. We have some great bikes in 4 different classes. Any thoughts on these bikes in front of you, Edge?
Absolutely. You know, the AMD show is known as the creme de la creme of engineering, the best of the engineering. And from our background as sort of home builders that are in there with, you know, fabricating some of our own parts to come and see what that experience can be taken to, you know, it's like playing soccer on a high school team and being able to go to a pro game. And this is the pro game.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. There's some big money up for grabs here. There's a 120 Screaming Eagle engine for the modified Harley guys, a trip to Essen, Germany for the World Championship. And really the level that they take these bikes to, it's one thing to have these ideas and concepts, but then to execute them so flawlessly, it really is inspirational. You know, we talked about garage builders and how the changes have happened from when you first started the Smoke Out, that it's had such an effect on the industry, and you were kind of blown away by that. We've even developed a class called Retro Mod, which allows the younger guys to enter on an international level with modifying bikes that are over 25 years old, and we've had some great examples. How do you feel that you've been able to kind of nurture this garage builder scene and actually seeing a class representing that in the World Championship?
I'm blown away by it. You know, the Smoke Out, we just wanted to plan a party and have a way to get together and show off these bikes that we were building. But what's come out of that is the average age of the Smoke Out is way less than 90% of the motorcycle events that I go to. It's in the 20s. And I think Harley-Davidson and AMD and BikerNet, they realize that, and they've done a lot to help us keep the Smoke Out going and keep those younger builders coming in, because if you go to Sturgis and you look around, the average age is creeping up a little bit, and you go to the Smoke Out and you realize this is the next generation. If we don't promote this culture now, it ends with us. And I think Keith Ball from BikerNet and Harley-Davidson and AMD and all the people that have supported us with the Smoke Out are actually promoting the future AMD show.
Well, that's a great scenario. You know, we all couldn't ask for anything better. I know when the economy started crashing a few years ago, everybody thought, oh, this is the end of custom motorcycles. Well, we did have a boom in the 90s there. There was $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 motorcycles, and people were lining up to buy bikes at the shows, and it was really quite extraordinary, you know. I mean, we couldn't even really catch up with what was going on. But things have settled down. What I kind of like, it's a little more the way that I grew up in the motorcycle industry. There's a lot more garage builders. But one thing that hasn't changed is the motivation and the dedication of bike builders everywhere. They're going to find a way, they're going to get the parts, they're going to make the parts, they're going to create new and exciting motorcycles every year. And it's what makes motorcycling different from everything else, is that personal expression of just what is in somebody's mind and what they want the world to see motorcycling means to them. So, Edge, I think you've been a big part of keeping that alive. We'd like to thank you and all your efforts at the Smokeout, and thanks for taking time to be with us today.
Thank you. It's all about fun, and I'm having it here. Thank you for having me.